Miss.
Hi guys, just waiting for everyone to
Miss.
join and we'll take attendance, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Miss.
Hi, Miss.
Yes, hi. 1 minute and I'll
Miss,
start taking attendance, okay?
okay, Miss. Did you see what I wrote on Messenger?
No, dear, I'll check and I'll answer you after the session, okay?
Okay, Miss. Hi, Miss Hanan.
Hi,
Hi,
Abdurrahman.
Miss Hanan.
Hi.
Hi. Miss, what books will you use? You said it in the first session and I forgot. Sorry. Can you say it again? Miss Hanan, can you hear me?
Yes, Abdurrahman, I can hear you.
What?
What did you say?
What books will we use?
Just the literature anthology.
Only?
Only.
Miss, do you have homework today?
Okay.
Yes, you have homework every day. Check the weekly plan. Every day you ask me what the homework
Okay.
is, and I remind you that the weekly plan has all of the details and it has the homework. Okay?
Okay, like every day
Grammar.
we have homework, yes?
Every day we have grammar, we have homework.
Grammar homework.
Yes.
Okay.
If we don't have grammar, we will not have homework.
Not necessarily.
Then maybe you'll have reading homework.
Maybe. Okay. Attendance, let's start.
Yeah, sometimes we don't take grammar.
Don't know where the rest of you are. Okay, on.
Here, Miss.
Abdurrahman Ahmed.
Here, yes.
Okay, Abdurrahman Amjad, sorry. Amjad, are you there? Okay, Tanahi.
Yes, Miss, I'm here.
Okay, Asif. Asir. Okay, Hamid.
Here.
Hi, Hamid. Muhannad.
Here.
Mamdouh.
Here.
Mustafa.
Here.
Hi, Mustafa. Omar.
Hi, Miss.
Omar. Okay. Aday.
I'm here.
Aday. Shtok. Shlok, are you there? Okay, Salim.
I'm here.
Yasin Hasham.
Here.
Yasin Sadat.
Here.
Yasin Wini.
Here.
Thank you. Yusuf and Naqib.
Here.
Okay. Zin Yasser.
Here.
Ziyad. Aysel.
Here.
Habiba.
Here.
Hana Halawa. Hana Sultan.
Here.
Okay. Kenzie.
Here.
Hi, Kenzie. Malak.
Here.
Hi, Malak. Nurhan. Nurhan. Reem.
Miss.
Hi, Reem. And Sabine.
Here.
Okay, Sabine, there's someone in the meeting trying to join. Is that you?
No, I'm in the meeting already.
Okay, Sabine, so somebody else tried to join with your name. It's not you from another device, right? Okay,
No.
okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen.
Miss,
Yes,
did you call in my name?
who is speaking? Esser?
Yes.
Yes, I called on you and you weren't answering. Okay, I will
Yes,
remove
miss,
you.
cause I was in the bathroom.
Okay, no problem. Shlok, are you there? You there, Shlok?
Miss, there's a story that is drama. I want to read it. The genre is drama.
The genre is drama?
Page
Yeah, I want to read it.
What's the name of the story?
A window into history. The mystery of the cellar house.
I think that's next, right?
No, that's not the next story at all. It's so far.
Are you sure? Okay, I will check.
Not that much.
Okay, so we're on
Yeah,
page
take a look.
162 in the in the literature anthology textbook. Okay, this is the story on which you will be tested after the break. So you have a quiz on the 21st. Okay, again, guys, to remind you of the features of a tall tale, we said a tall tale has larger than life characters. It's usually centered on a hero, and the hero is usually stronger and smarter than all of the other characters. There's a lot of exaggeration in a story like this. We said the term for exaggeration or obvious exaggeration is hyperbole, right? And it is used in the story for humorous effect, okay, to entertain the readers. So if you thought that the story that we read in the reading writing workshop textbook about Kate and the train, if you thought that this was exaggerated, just wait for today's story because we're going to point out all of the exaggeration here and the hyperbole that is used. Okay, so our essential question is what kind of stories do we tell and why do we tell them? We're going to read about Davy Crockett's actions and his adventures and why he is named a hero in American Tales. Okay, can I get a volunteer to read?
Me. You say doing. Me, I can read.
Raise your hand on the screen, guys. Okay, Kenzie,
Yes,
can you start reading?
of course. I reckon by now you've heard of Davy Crockett, the greatest woodsman who ever lived. Why Davy could whip 10 times his weight in wildcats and drink the Mississippi River dry. He combed his hair with a rake, shaved his beard with an axe, and could run so fast that whenever he went out, the trees had to step aside to keep from getting knocked down.
Okay, thank you. Can you read the next short paragraph?
Okay. Folks always crow about the deeds of Davy Crockett, but the biggest thing he ever did was to save the world. This here story tells exactly how he did it, and every single word is true unless it is fake. False.
Unless it is false. Okay, so look here at the description of Davy Crockett, the way the author describes him. How do we know this is a tall tale? Just from this paragraph. What is an example of exaggeration here?
That the Mississippi River dried because the wildcats drink from
Okay,
it.
so the author exaggerates the things that Davy Crockett can do. It says he can whip 10 times his weight in wildcats. It says that he can drink the Mississippi River dry, right? So when he's thirsty, he can drink so much that it makes the Mississippi River dry. Of course, this is exaggeration. Also, it says that Davy Crockett combs his hair with a rake, right, and shaves his beard with an axe. Okay, what does this mean? This means that he's so big that he cannot use a regular comb, right, like us. And he can't use a razor, for example, to shave his beard because that won't work. So he shaves his beard with an axe.
Okay.
Okay. And look at him in the photo. You see how big he is?
He's even riding a bear.
Yeah, he's riding a bear. Okay. Amr, can you read 264? Read these two small paragraphs.
Okay. About the time our tale begins, the world was in a heap of trouble, away past the clouds and far beyond all the stars and planets in outer space. Scientists with telescopes had discovered the biggest, baddest ball of fire and ice and brimstone ever to light up the
The heavens.
Complete?
Continue, yeah.
Its name was Halley's Comet, and it was hurling itself, lickety split, straight toward America. Why? Its tail
alone?
Why its tail alone was 2 million miles long. If it were to hit the earth, everyone would be blown to smithereens.
Okay. Thank you, Amr. So for those of you who don't know what Halley's Comet is, Halley's Comet is a ball of rock and icy material and dust. And just like Earth, it orbits the sun, okay? When the comet gets close to the sun turns some of its ice into gas, and then the trail of gas and dust that gets sent into space forms the comet's tail, okay? And it makes like a glowing cloud, okay, around the comet. And this is easy to see from Earth, and it's also it can be spotted from Earth, though every 76 years. Okay, so every 76 years you can see Halley's Comet from Earth. And it was named after an astronomer who discovered that comets orbit the sun, and this astronomer was named Edmund Halley. So this is why it's called Halley's Comet. Okay, but it's important to know what Halley's Comet is because this is going to be central to the story that we're going to finish reading. Okay, so Halley's Comet plays a very important role.
So, Miss, it's I don't know this is real or no, but
this is real. Halley's Comet is real.
Miss, can I ask something?
So, Miss, it in real life it's spelled straight toward America.
And no, in real life, it wasn't hurling towards America, but it is an actual comet. Okay? It is an actual comet that can be seen every 76 years from Earth.
Miss,
this
yes,
is the only part that is real until now.
There's some people that think that comets are stars that moves, and they say a falling star, right?
Yes.
But how should the star move and like this?
They call it a falling star. This is a comet, though. This is a comet. Okay.
But comet is nice as rocks and things like this, right?
Yes, the comet is made of rock and icy material and dust. Okay. We can't get off topic because we won't have time to finish reading the story. We need to finish it between today and tomorrow. It's a big story. Okay. So, what point of view? I'm sorry.
When was the last time that this comet could have been seen?
I'm not sure in what year. Maybe you could look that up and let me know maybe tomorrow. You can share that with the
Okay.
class when the last time Halley's Comet was spotted. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So here the story is being told in what point of view, guys? Is it told in first person or in third person?
Third
We
person.
have a third person narrator, that's right.
No. First person. First person.
How first person? Where's I and me?
In the beginning of the story, it said, "I reckon by you have heard." Oh, no, third person.
It's third person. Okay, it's third
Miss,
person.
you said to answer to find out what?
Not Aysel, Esser.
Yes, please.
Esser asked when the last time Halley's Comet was spotted from Earth. In what year?
Yeah.
Okay,
When was the last?
So
When was the
Esser
last?
is going to look and let us know next session. Guys, we're going to get off topic, okay? Let's move back to the story. So we said it's told in third person, okay? There's a third person narrator, and the narrator here tells us important details on this second page. We know that the world was in what it calls a heap of trouble, so in a lot of trouble, because the scientists discovered this big bad comet that was heading towards Earth, and we can predict from here that they're going to need Davy Crockett to come and save the Earth, right? Because it says if it were to hit the Earth, then everyone and everything would be destroyed in its path. Okay, Habiba, can you read on the next page? Can you read those two paragraphs?
Yes, miss. The President of the United States started getting big piles of letters telling him to stop Halley's Comet before it was too late. He made a law telling the
The
comet
comet?
it couldn't crash into the earth. But the comet paid no attention. It just kept spinning towards America and growing bigger every day. Finally, the president had an idea. He had heard of a brave man named Davy Crockett who lived somewhere in the mountains far away. He put an advertisement
Advertisement?
in advertisement in all the newspaper in America that said,
Can you read it?
wanted by the President of the United States, Davy Crockett, to pull the tail of Halley's Comet.
Okay, thank you. So
You're welcome.
here the president is thinking of a way to stop this comet from destroying the United States, right? And here we see personification. We said personification is when objects have human characteristics. Okay, so when human traits are given to non-human things, to animals or to objects, and here in this paragraph, the comet is given a human characteristic. What is it? Who noticed the human characteristic that the comet displays? So it says he made a law telling the comet it couldn't crash into the earth, but the comet paid no attention. Okay, so here personification is used because the author makes it seem like the comet has a mind of its own and the comet cannot be controlled. Can a comet pay attention? No, right? So this is something that you would describe a human doing, not paying attention. Okay. Yassine Douini?
Yes, miss.
All right, can you continue reading?
Yes. Meanwhile, Davy Crockett didn't know a thing about any comet. He had no idea that the Earth was even in danger. Davy was off in the forest with his pet bear, this hug. He was teaching himself to dance so that he could impress a real pretty doll named Sally Sugar, Sugar Tree,
Yeah, who?
who could, who could dance all through a double oak floor. He was not reading any newspapers.
Continue.
It took it took 2 whole weeks, but once Davy had learned all the latest dances, he combined his hair nice
Yeah.
and slow with his leg, shaved his face real careful like with his axe,
And sauntered
I
off.
saw, and sauntered off toward Sally Sugar Tree's cabin, just as easy as you please. All this time, of course, Halley's comet was getting closer and closer to the Earth and moving faster by the minute.
Okay, so thank you, Yassine. So he has no idea about the comet, right? He has no idea that the president wants him to save the United States, right? To save America from being destroyed by this comet. What is he thinking about? He wants to impress. He wants to impress Sally Sugartree. And what did we say? Impress means. Impress is one of your vocabulary words. What does it mean to? What does it mean if he wants to impress Sally? Amr?
To impress Sally?
Yes.
Yeah. What does it mean if he wants to impress Sally?
So want
So he wants her to like
I
him,
know,
right?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
He
It
wants her
says
to
here
like
she is
her.
called a real pretty gal. So pretty here means pretty, right? And we said
Yes.
when we're reading tall tales, there is often dialect included, and this is the way that some people pronounce words in different parts of the U.S. Okay, so here when he calls her pretty, this means that this helps us understand why he wants to impress her. So, okay, so he likes Sally Sugartree. Okay, so he combed his hair with the rake, and he shaved his face with the axe, and he is going to see Sally Sugartree, not thinking at all about the comet because he doesn't even know yet that it exists, and he has no idea the president wants him to save America. Okay, thank you. Ade?
Yes, miss.
Would you like to read?
Now, what?
Would you like to read?
What, miss?
Would you like to
Yes.
read? Okay, go ahead.
Now, Sally Sugar Tree was not just party, but she was right smart too. Sally reads the newspaper front to back every day, and she know all about Halley comment. She
Halley's
had also
Comet.
seen the
Advertisement.
from the president.
All right, continue. One more paragraph.
Sally climbed up a 50 foot hickory tree and commenced to look for Davy. Correct.
To look for Davy Crockett.
Before long, she spotted him away, far off in the forest. Sally grabbed up her newspaper and waved it around, just as hard as she could. When Davy saw her,
He grinned and started to walk a mite faster.
Okay, thank you. So Sally knows about the comet, right? Because she reads the newspaper every day. So she went to look for him, and then she found that he was already coming to see her. So she told her about. So she's going to tell him about the comet. Okay, thank you, Hamid.
Miss Hanin,
Yes.
Yes.
there was homework that
Okay, again, guys, again, do not ask me in the middle of the story if there's homework today. There is a weekly plan, and every session, guys, I remind you, the homework is written on the weekly plan, and I think you guys get a notification, right, when I upload the assignment. Those of you who have the app on your phones, it should give you a notification when I upload each assignment. There's always going to be, yes, there's always homework this week.
Miss Hanan, no, I mean there was a homework that I cannot send it on smart schools.
Okay, so message me about this. Okay, or you can tell me after the session.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hannah, message me after the session, and we will see what the problem is. Okay.
Miss, can I read, please?
I'm going to call on everyone who has their hand raised, and if you do not read today, you can read tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hamid, go ahead.
Yes, Miss. The President of United States wanted.
No, where are we?
I don't know because I went to the toilet and I came back. I came right now.
Okay, so we're on as soon as Davy got close enough.
As soon as Davy got close enough, Sally jumps right out of that tree. Davy caught her in his armies
In
and
her, in
bears
his arms.
in his arms, and he
Gave her.
1 second, and gave her such a hug that her tongue stuck out half a foot, and her eyes popped out like a lobster's. She showed the one had from the president.
Okay, thank you. So what does it mean that he gave her such a hug that her tongue stuck out half a foot and her eyes popped out like a lobster? So he squeezed her so hard, right? He gave her a very big hug. Okay, then she showed Davy the one ad from the president. Thank you. Hamid, would you like to read the next paragraph? Read the next
Yes.
paragraph because these paragraphs are very short. Go ahead.
Then she showed Davy the want ad from the president. Davy still didn't know what Halley's comet was, but if the president of United States wanted to see him, he would waste no time getting to Washington. He bridled up a death hug and set out like a high-powered hurricane. He could dance with Sally later. A death hug was so fast that rocks and trees and cows and snakes and other varmints all flew out behind him.
Okay, thank you. So once he realizes that the president wants him, it says he would waste no time getting to Washington, so he left right away. He left on his bear. What is it called? Death hug, right? Death hug is the bear he is riding, and he's going now to see the president. Okay. So So why does he waste no time getting to Washington? Because he knows that the president is the leader of the country, and if the president needs Davy specifically, then there must be a very urgent situation. Okay. So do you see him in the photo? Do you see Sally? So he left Sally and ran to see the president. Tanahi?
Okay. I closed the page without meaning. Open it. I opened it. By the time they reached the White House, Halley's comet was getting so close that there wasn't a minute to lose. The president told Davy to climb the highest mountain he could find right away and to ring the comet tail off before it could destroy the Earth. Then the president posed with Davy for pictures and pretended to look calm.
Okay, thank you. So, all right, so the president told him
Yes, I
that
have
he needs
something.
to, yes?
There is a guy that enters his hidden place. What is he doing?
He is putting his head under to take the photo,
Oh,
to take the photo.
I thought that he killed someone or something like this.
No,
So
no,
this hug was killing him.
no. Okay, so here the president told Davy to climb the highest mountain he could find right away in order to reach the comet, right? And then to wring the comet's tail off before it could destroy the Earth. What does ring mean? This is one of your vocabulary words. What was the example I gave you? What do we wring? We wring a towel, right? That is wet. For example, you wring the towel
Wring
to
the towel.
remove the excess water. So the president wants Davy to wring the comet's tail off, to squeeze the tail off before it could destroy the Earth. Okay, and then the president posed with Davy for pictures. So he stood with Davy and took pictures and pretended to look calm, like he has everything under control, right? But of course, he is actually nervous because the comet is going to possibly destroy America, right?
And
Yes.
why is he trying to look calm in the picture?
Why is he trying to look calm? Because he wants to look like he is the president of the United States. So of course he has everything under control. There's a plan, right? It's not like the comet is going to destroy everything in its path. Okay. Yes, Mohanna, what do you want to answer? You sent me a message telling me you want to answer.
I want to read.
You want to read, you mean? Okay. All right, go ahead. You can read the next paragraph.
Davy combed his hair with his rag, rolled up his sleeves, and ate a big plate full of baked rattlesnake brains fried by lighting to give him energy. Then he commenced to climb all the way to the top of Eagle Eye Peak in the Great Smoky Mountains. Eagle Eye Peak was so high you could see every state and river and mountain in a whole geography book. He could also look away far off into outer space. By the time they reached the top, it was night.
Okay, thank you. So what has happened here? He climbed all the way to the top of Eagle Eye Peak in the Great Smoky Mountains, and it says here that Eagle Eye Peak is you can see all of the states and rivers and mountains that you would see in a geography book. So you can picture how high this mountain is, and that the land, when you stand on this mountain, the land below looks like a highly detailed map that we would find in a textbook. Okay, so by the time he reached the top, it was night. So this shows just how far high up he had to go. Okay. All right, we have examples of hyperbole here. And we said again, hyperbole shows that Davy Crockett is a larger than life hero. It says here that Davy combs his hair with a rake, right? He combs his hair with a rake. Sorry guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was telling you that Davy combs his hair with a rake. He eats pickled rattlesnake brains fried by lightning. Okay, so he eats rattlesnake brains that were cooked by lightning. Okay, so not cooked on a stove like normal people. No, they were fried by the lightning bolts. Okay, and he climbed a
Ew,
mountain
that would be so bad.
so high that he could see he could see every state. All right, and we know these are exaggerations because none of this could happen in real life. Okay, yeah. So tomorrow we're going to start. We're going to read from here. Okay, this is the first time he spots Halley's comet, and look at this illustration. So just here in this illustration, we can tell that the comet is heading straight for Davy, and it looks very angry, right? Davy is fighting the comet. He rides on its back. So we're going to see the struggle between Davy and the comet. Okay, this is also exaggeration. Look at the comet. It is laughing. It's sticking its tongue out as if it is telling Davy, you can't catch me, right? So this is all exaggeration. Okay, the comet here seems like a monster from the photos, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay, keep your mic off, please, guys. Okay, so we're going to start here tomorrow on page 271. Does anybody have any questions so far about the story, about any of the vocabulary words?
No.
Any questions, guys? Do you find it to be interesting?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So again, guys, on the 21st, you're going to have a quiz on Davy Crockett Saves the World. Today you have homework. Yes, you have grammar homework. It will be uploaded after school. And again, guys, please only submit on assignments. Okay, no emails, only assignments. Okay, the meeting will shut off now, guys. I will see you all tomorrow, and take care, guys.
Yes.
Yes?
Please don't
I
forget
sent it in school.
I can't hear you, Muhammad.
I sent it email in smart school.
Don't send by email on Smart School. Upload to assignments. Do not send email on Smart School or the school email. Do not send to my email or on Smart Schools. Only upload in the assignments section. Okay, Mr. Haytham posted a video how to do it on PIS International a while back. You can search for it if you don't know how.